It's me. I thought I would take some time to visit. So I'm waiting for you to come in so we can visit. Oh, maybe we should have a cup of tea. I have this very interesting lemon detox tea, which is just, I don't know, lemongrass or something. It's very tasty. I think I already heated up the water. Or maybe I just boiled the water away. Anyway, let me get us. Would you like to have one of my beautiful mugs? All right, here. How about from Cherokee? Okay, that could be your mug. And I'll get a mug for me. Let's see which mug I want today. Oh, I like this one. This one was from Yarmouth, Maine. Okay, so we need some of those things. Let's see, there's a place you can stick on. I got this stick-on thing for you. Let's see if it works. Hey, look, I think I have to take this one on the back off. I'm gonna have to turn that in, and then you can stick on there. There! Are you here yet? 2 people. Good morning. Hi. How is everybody? I'm just here to visit with you, so you'll have to say something. Oh, hi, Patricia. Good morning. You're up very early, aren't you? I'm making us some tea. This is Everyday Detox. Would you like the Cherokee cup, or would you rather have the one from Yarmouth? Say Cherokee, because I want the one from Yarmouth, okay? And I don't want to be seen drinking out of the one that you say you want to drink out of, okay? I really haven't gotten ready to be on, you know, on the big TV. Okay. Need more light. I guess the light is making it harder to see, isn't it? Yeah, you can see easier without the light. Who cares if it's dark to me? Okay, so you can have the Cherokee cup, okay? And I'll have the really big one. Because I like really big stuff. There. But now my feet are cold if we're going to hang out here. Are we going to hang out here? Where should we hang out? Hey, 1 person left. Oh well, I'll just feel sad. Do you know that you can peel broccoli? And these things, this is really good to eat. See, inside, it's just, I know this is too big a knife, but, and it also peels very easily, see? And it's so good. It's like, it's really good. It's kind of crunchy. You can use it raw in a salad. It's very nice in a salad. It's got crunch to it. Didn't get it all off from that side. You can get it off from this side. There. Then I'll demonstrate. You hear it? Crunchy. Tastes like broccoli. Really healthy. Hey, washing my curtains. Really pretty. Got them on the dump, from the dump. Or you can cut it up and put it in your food. What's with it? Jumping out there like that. And then you can do the next one, you see, the same way. You can cut it up in a salad. This is good with our tea. Okay, so there's yours. I'll just take mine. You can get yours. I'm gonna reset. Kind of cold on this one. A negative 24 out there. It's just like, I don't know, a few degrees below 0 Fahrenheit. But it's going to be a sunny day. I should probably get the snow off the trampoline. Hi, Billion. How green that. Laundry's done. You haven't drunk your tea yet. Go ahead and go get it. This is a condensing wash machine, so you have to shake stuff out. There'll be a little bit of moisture on the very outside of the items, but the inside is all dry. So it's not a vented machine, which is pretty important when it's negative 24 outside. You can feel the moisture leave it when you shake it. And there we go. All done. There. Is the laundry all up to date? No, this is dirty laundry now. Some people wash their clothes after wearing them once. That is not something I would do. I would wear them many times. Alright, so these are the clean ones or the dirty ones? These are dirty, these are clean. So we shall move into the other room. I'll have to see if they need to be hung up. But not yet. Okay. So here we are. Hello. When my clothes are able to stand up by themselves, they get washed. You see, now, there's a good reason for that. Because just because you wore it doesn't mean it's dirty. I mean, it depends. Is it dirty from stuff falling on it or touching it? That's a good view there. We can't see it. Come on, focus. What does it say? I think it washed by themselves. Oops, I'm too close now. Okay, so hi Patricia. How's life? I bet it's always sunny there where you live, isn't it? good. Are you healthier than you were before? You were having a lot of trouble once. We're having all this Arctic weather. I guess this vortex has just tipped right down the side of North America. Somebody's talking about we're going to have temperatures like in the negative 30s and 40s. Oh, it's mighty cold. I think the Farmer's Almanac said something about very cold. But how do they know? So it's 10 to 9. Hello, person number 3. I'm number 2. It's really hard to make a video and eat. It's really hard accepting the way things are, you know? We get all bent on how it's supposed to be. That life is supposed to be, you know, nice. But life keeps throwing us for a loop, doesn't it? Pushes you right to your very limit. Sees if it'll break you. But you get stronger. It doesn't break you. And somehow along the journey you let go of how it's supposed to be and how you want it to be. And just, you know, accept the way it is. You can't change the way it is. You could change yourself, but you can't change the situation too much or the other people. But life is kind of difficult sometimes. Hey, I got a thumbs up. Oh, wow, that's so cool. Did you get your tea? Righto. So this kind of tea, we used to have lemongrass in Jamaica. Every morning, I'd sit in my little grass hut and look out and watch the sunrise and drink lemongrass tea. This tea just takes me right back. You can't see out the window like I can you? See, that's where the deer are going to be, up there on that hill. I got these really thick curtains that keep the cold out, thermal curtains. Because this is where we bring our wood in. And when you have the door open, if you have this thick thermal curtain that's sort of hanging, it's covering most of the opening while the door's open, so you're not getting like a full shot of negative 24-degree temperature in the house. Pretty important. It looks so dark. Dark. I was watching one of my videos yesterday, and I think I was talking about being a multi-potentialite, and you know, for the entire duration being a multi-potentialite it's very interesting that there's a name for it. I don't know any others, you know. I don't know other people that are like me, that want to learn everything about a subject and then just drop it and move on and learn everything about another subject. Or I think of things as challenge. Like I had this origami book once, and so I probably did it online, and so I made every every origami project in the book. I started from the beginning and went right through. And I did the same with birch bark boxes. Oh, sorry. You have lemongrass growing. Wait a minute. Growing from seed. Had a bit too much cold. Does not look good at the moment, but hopeful. Yeah. I tried to grow it once. I don't think it lasted either. It's really nice. I used to have... Sorry, I'm just gazing out the window. Daydreaming. Do you ever daydream? I do. I really love to learn. I just love it. And I have the capacity for it. So anything I've wanted to know over the years, there's a book on it. I've always been able to find a book, and then YouTube showed up, and now I can find a YouTube video. The old BOOK format is getting to be a bit passé. But I like looking it up in a book. Like the next project I want to do, I have these porcupine quills. I could do it with you. I want to learn how to use porcupine quills to make designs on birch bark or leather. I don't really care about leather. I don't have a lot of leather. Birch bark is important. You've seen some of these boxes, that, like if you want to know, just Google quilled birch bark box. They're really beautiful. And I want to learn how to do it. I'll never be able to do it as beautifully as that, I don't think. But, you know. But whatever. My friend Cindy has rugs on her walls and bamboo things. Bamboo mats. I think I could warp my loom with a really wide warp, 45 inches wide. And then I could very quickly make a mat. Very quickly. With rushes, right? If I look that way, you couldn't see my face better because it's in the light. There. I made a snowman the other day. Want to see it? Can you see it? I was thinking of taking a knife on it and going out there and seeing if I could sculpt the face. Make a really nice head. Wouldn't that be interesting to take? You could make snowballs. You could put all your snowballs on the railing of the deck. You have 20 snowballs or 100 snowballs. You could just keep making snowballs if it's packy snow, and there's no way you can make it pack when it's negative 24. Unless you bring it in the house. That's my bird clock. Kingfisher. I saw a kingfisher flying up the stream the other day. I did. Oh, who's there? Hi. Are we still having a visit? So, anyway, I have a book on how to do the quills. It's a really good book. It's, you know, it's like from natives. They know how to do it because they've done it for generations, for probably hundreds of years. And they're forgetting how. Sad. But I'm learning. Desmond told me this morning that I was going to die when I was 100. Told me that I was old. I was really old. Am I really old? What happened? I keep thinking that everybody's just delusional, that I'm not old. Everybody's just got this strange view. It's very strange for people to think of you as old, you know? I think it limits what they think that you can do, your abilities, wisdom. Yeah, but they don't notice that, you know? Not that it matters what they care about, because who cares? It's not any of my business what other people think about me. That's a very interesting concept, isn't it? To not care about what other people think. I think I care. Because if people around you are nice to you, I mean, if they approve of you, they're nice to you. If they don't approve of you, they're not nice to you. And so naturally, we want to be in an environment where everybody's nice to us, right? So we want to have everybody approve of us. And if we don't care if people approve of us, and we have to hang around people that don't approve of us, bad vibes. Doesn't work. No fun. Surround yourself with people that make you feel good. That's why I'm talking to you. Because you make me feel good. All of you. You watch these and you talk and you... I know you guys. I know some of you. Everybody that comments, I've read all your comments. I'm way behind on answering them. This morning I opened my thing and I thought, well, I've got all these pictures. Like I had 1,200 pictures. And I had to send them to my sister. They were of her place. And I wanted to put some of them on Instagram because they were beautiful. And I just wanted them to be saved somewhere. Because my laptop dies and there's no way I'm going to pay money to store something in the cloud. You know, it would be nice if you could have the cloud where you could only access it if you wanted to, but you would have your photos on your phone. Instead of had to download every one of them. That's terrible. It takes forever. All that data going up and coming down. Well, it's not up. It's not a cloud. It's on a computer, on a server somewhere, which could crash. It's backed up, I suppose. We imagine these things are all safe and our data is secure, but in reality, it all comes down to the fact that we just may have no memories on paper. We have just memories in our mind. You know, every situation you're in, if you look around the room and look at 3 different things, when you see the one thing, thoughts about it arise. Other things that have looked alike, like it, come to mind. Where you got it, how long you've had it, the person involved. There's a lot of memories that are attached to every item that is in our surroundings because we had to have something to do with it being here. Or we moved into it where it already is, or somebody in our family brought it, I guess, yes. But so there's all those memories attached to everything. So when you're in a situation, just being here now, it's very hard to just be here now because like for instance, there's a painting on the wall, right? If I look at that painting, I may look into the painting and I see a lorry, a Nova Scotian boat. So, and that boat is in a fishing village. Well, I was in Nova Scotia, in fishing villages, so I'm picturing, I know exactly where that could have been. But really, it's probably not. It's probably a million different places where it could be. But my mind looks at that, and it adds up all the other places. At the times I've seen lorry boats, I was watching them make one once in Nova Scotia and trying to decide if I could do it. And thinking how easy that was and why don't I just do it? But of course I don't have the materials or the reason or whatever. I think I think it's interesting what happens with memories. That when you look at one thing, other things, like if I look at that TV and if I think about that that's a TV, suddenly I flash on other TVs I've had in my life, like the old black and white with a big round thing and these big knobs. You know, I sound like I lived in my grandmother's time. When I talk about what it was like then, It's like, oh yes, we had horse and buggies, or my mother, I had to go during the Depression. I had to go to the store and get. My mother would leave me the list of meat to get, and I would ride my horse to the store, and come back with the meat she wanted, the butcher shop. Okay, so that's the story my mother told me. And now what stories am I telling? I'm telling about times when we had rotary dial telephones. We had black and white TV. Took a long time. And when the TV had these big knobs for the channel, one for the channel, one for the volume, they were huge. This was a big cabinet TV. And it was, was probably about 1.5 feet across or something. And it would go, we turn the channel, it would go ka-chunk, 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 ka-chunk. Like it was actually, something was moving in there. It was really. And now I'm hoping I can go on a press trip to the moon. Why not? We are from 55, Mr. Ed and Modern Life. I was born in 1955. I never knew that was a long time ago. But before 1955, everything before that is like ancient history. 54, 53, 50. That's ancient history. It almost is totally irrelevant to anything in my life, which I imagine is exactly how you feel about your birth date and the time before that, unless you're a real history buff. Anyway, this multi-potentialite, what was her name again? I'd have to go. Walnick. Emily, there's 2 I's in it. Emile. Walnick, maybe, something like that. Anyway, it's a TED Talk, and it's about not being able to decide on one career path. It's because you want to know everything about everything that you see. Everything makes you curious. And there's so many things to be curious about. There were 3 qualifications that are part of, or 3 characteristics of multi-potentialites. They can't settle on one career very easily. They are innovative. They are, they love learning, and they can apply. They can come up with different ways of seeing things or different answers. So they're inventors, they're creators, which made me think, jump in and swim, life is good. Yeah. Well, it's either sink or swim. Sometimes I used to feel like I was drowning. But I don't feel like that now. I'm doing the housework every morning and every night. And so I'm not drowning anymore now. I'm pretty much on top of it. But now I'm talking to you. There's an exercise class that starts in 20 minutes. And it's a free drop-in exercise class. And I said the last time I went that I would be there every week. That was like 6 months ago. But maybe I should, see, it's -24. I have to be somewhere at 11. It's 10 after 9. So I could go to the exercise class. That would be good for me. And then I could go to my appointment. And then after 11, I come back. And at 3, I have yoga. Yay! I love yoga. It's really good stretching. I always want to do the leg stretches when she's not doing the leg stretches. You have a skill set of survival. A lot came that was not expected. Yeah. Yeah. I saw something the other day, and I heard something. I know what it was. We were listening to a conference talk, and one of the general authorities was relating a story about having gone on some kind of a survival thing, and this stuff was thrown out of an airplane for him to survive with. And all that he got I don't know if it broke open from the throwing it out or whatever, but all he had was one box of Hamburger Helper with no hamburger and a tarp. And I think something else that was, anyway, and he was supposed to, the pickup date wasn't like for 5 days. Oh, and it was in Alaska, and it was, a big storm was coming. I think it was in Alaska. Anyway, there's a big storm coming. A winter storm, needless to say. Was it winter? I forget. Anyway, so when I heard this, my immediate reaction was, wow, that would be cool. That would be cool. You know, like Survivor. I would like Survivor if it weren't for all those stupid games and competition. I just think it'd be really cool to be plunked down somewhere and given a few items and you can survive. And I could probably help everybody survive. It's too bad I'm old now, because I will be gone and nobody will know how to do all these things that I know how to do unless I make videos of them, right? So I've made lots of videos. But you know, I want to go out there and I want to build a snow shelter. Now there's several kinds of snow shelters. There's something called a quincy. And if you have snow, you put it in a big pile. You pile it and pile it and pile it until you have this huge heap of snow. And if it's packy snow, that's even better. That's really good. But it might be too cold for that. So anyway, you pile and pile and pile it. And then you let it sit. You let it sit for like overnight, for a day. And then you take sticks. You make sticks all the same length. Maybe 8 inches long. That's longer than that. And you stick them in all over the quincy, all over the pile. Every foot or whatever, and especially coming down from the top. And then you start digging a hole into it. And you dig in and you take all the snow out, and when you start getting to those sticks, the edge of the sticks, you stop digging. So that'll make sure that your wall is 8 inches thick or something. And then, you see, the Inuit don't have packy snow, I don't think. Unless they have it in the very late summer. But when they build an ice shelter, see, we got lots of rain the other day, so now our snow is really ice. But there is snow that's got this crust, just a little crust on it. I tried to make an igloo once. We used buckets and we packed the snow in really solidly, and the buckets, those were bricks, big blocks, and we built it with those blocks. We'd go around, I think probably 3 or 4 times. We got it up high enough that we just needed the curve of the roof, but darn it, we could not do it. I could not do it to make them fit. So, of course, we always ended up putting boards across the top and having a flat roof. It was never quite right. Never finished. I should finish one, right? So there's a quincy. So I could make a quincy. But there's also other things, like you can take brush, you can take sticks and lean them all against a tree, or make a ridgepole and lean them all against the ridgepole. And then you go in there and you have a nice place. There's a place we drive by on the way to Toronto, and there's like 4 different kinds of places in their yard. That would be fun to go and see that, and go and ask them about them, and can I have a look? Wonder where that is. I never see it coming back. I only see it going down. You know, if I started driving now, so it's 9:15. Should I go to this meeting? It's -24. What the ridiculous thought. But I should probably turn my car on. Let it run Run and run and run. Be nice and warm. Melt the windows, melt everything. But then I wouldn't be talking to you. Hi, guys. 3 people, 3 pluses. Oh, no, two thumbs up and 3 people. So how are you? And who might you be? So being a multi-potentialite is a very interesting thing because I could never stick with anything. My father used to say what I needed was stick-to-itiveness. I couldn't stick to anything. I changed my major. I had no idea what I wanted to learn in university. So you know what I majored in? Spanish. Yes, can you imagine? What can you do with Spanish? Thank you. Bye, Patricia. Have a great day. I hope you feel good today and enjoy your sunshine and no snow. We have sunshine and we have snow. And I have a snowman. You'll have to look at the snowman later. I showed you earlier, but I don't know if you can see it. I have to go out there and feed the birds. I didn't feed them 3 days last week because it was below -20 for the high. Yeah, if I go to that exercise class, it'll be in that cold, cold community center. I love living out in the woods. Have you ever heard of Women's Institute? The WI? When I came here, lived here, there was the Women's Institute met at Mira. This was before Mira was a thing. It was the township office building. I went there once to the Women's Institute and I met a bunch of the local ladies. They were all the older people. I'm surprised at how many people have died off. Like a lot of people that were, not a lot, but like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Remember when we used to have writers group? Did you ever have writers group on here? Anyway, Peter Morgan, he was awesome. He used to come. He was the editor of the Journal of the Canadian Medical Association. Pretty big. He used to be in our writers group. He used to say that you could chop 10% off of any piece of writing. You could just condense it. I got so good at condensing my writing, I could write 100 words that would convey like 500 words worth of information by just putting enough adjectives in the row. And anyway, it was very interesting to learn to write like that. But I can't read things that are written like that because it's too much, too quickly. I have to go slow and picture everything. Yes, indeed, I might be brilliant, but I read slow. You know that basket up there? That cedar basket, isn't that beautiful? I should be using that every day. Why is it sitting up there being a storage thing for my... I think those are my chess pieces. Do you remember when I got a chess set? I was in Alabama. I went to I was on the highway and I stopped at a store. It was a flea market along the side of the road. Somewhere in Alabama. Not too far south because I was headed to Athens. But Mary and I went to Florida and along the Gulf Coast all the way to Louisiana. That's a good trip. Have you seen that? It was the Gulf Coast trip. We went to see what the damage from Katrina. It was 5 years after Katrina, and it was when the oil spill had happened. The BP spill. That was the year after that. And we went down there and we had these fun ideas. We were going to... Anyway, we had fun ideas of what we were going to do with this. With seashells, with a little ball of this contaminated crap. It was toxic. Toxic waste. All right, so this exercise group starts in 10 minutes. I can no longer get there in time because I still have to warm up my car. So I guess we're not going to the exercise group, so that lets me off the hook for that. So now what should we do? It's 20 after 9. I haven't tidied up. I still have a sweater there and the children's diaper wipes and breakfast. And over here I have the socks Desi was wearing and one of his books. And I have that bunch of laundry there too. Oh, hi, Tim's gal. Wow. How is it down there on the coast? Yes, you did. This is nice. I made you a cup of tea. It's on the counter in the kitchen. You can have it. Go get it. It's lemongrass. I didn't put any sweetener in it. So, how is it down there? Is it hot? Is it cold? I guess it's winter down there too, right? I'm scratching my lip. It's negative 24 up here this morning. Celsius. Which means, now, does that mean I'm getting a cold? It's wonderful. You wish you were here? I wish you were here too. Wouldn't it be fun to meet each other? I wonder what you look like. I imagine that you have short brown hair and that maybe you're 5'2". I am a diabetic. What does it say? Wait, hold. So no sweetener for me. Isn't this cool? So what do you usually do in a day? Do you have to go out? Or are you at home being Tim's gal? Tim, I assume, is your husband. But it could be anything. It's 58 degrees. Aha. So it's warmer there than it is here. Almost balmy. We don't turn the heat on until it's 55. So you would not need the heat on, right? No, 58. My parents used to turn the thermometer down to 68. Oh, you're working. Are you a working girl? Do you like it? Was it easy to choose one career, or did you wish that you could be everything? I want to be everything. I have to I want to put a new warp on my loom. But I can't do that until I finish weaving what's on there, and I'm kind of bored with it. Like, pretty bored. But this is the time of year to do it, is when you're inside sitting around because it's too cold. You own your own company? Wow. Wow. So did it take a while? Like, is this something you always wanted to do? Or did it just sort of, what's that low power thing coming on? Maybe that means it's only 20%, which is okay right now. How many times does it come on between now and when it dies? This is the cup from Maine. Were you there when I got it that day? You know, I never uploaded those Maine videos until like a year later. They were cold in there, isn't it? Oh, look, we're live again. Beautiful commercial assignment. Oh, wow. Soap making is how you started. And it just clicked. Oh, isn't that cool? I'm sorry I got distracted. Have you been here long? Were you here while I was on the phone? I was trying to figure out, and then I was trying to do my tempo things on the, calendar them. So let me see what you said. Commercial glass. Loves soap making and crafting, but don't get time for it. Yeah, see, are you a multi-potentialite? Did you have a hard time figuring out what you wanted to do when you grew up? Did you grow up yet? I didn't grow up yet. I'm working on it. So it's kind of hard when somebody tells me I'm really old and I'm going to die when I'm 100. Because I'm not 100. I'm only 63, which was a really big number. Before I turned 60, I thought, 60, oh no, it's like the end. It's like the top of the numbers. And then after 60, it's like seniors. Somebody remarked that in our branch at church, it's all mostly seniors. And I thought, what do you mean seniors? We're not seniors. My father didn't like being called seniors. He wanted to be called, Nancy, have you got a cold? At Min, I don't feel too good today either. No, I don't have a cold. I hope. So I must be very healthy. I'm getting kind of bored sitting here. It's getting cold too. Willem got up and opened the door to the bedroom. Well, hello, Emily Jade. As you can see, I've had my hair up in braids and now it's really kind of crooked. But that's what happens when you have a live video. Actually, that just happens because it's me. So I have a look in here. I'll turn you around so you can see. And I can see what you're looking at. This is how you do the stove. You take this one here, and you push it all away from the front. Actually, I think we got a lot of ashes in here now. And you pull it all from the back and put it on the top of the front. And then you go over here and what? There's no wood. No. Okay, so I have to do this in such a way that I don't let the cold air in. Oh. See how this covers it up as soon as it's open? The door is really closed up like that. One. Something's wrong with my thumb. It doesn't work anymore. Oh, this cold air is getting in. Two. I would take it from there, but I have that other piece on top. Well, not much cold air got in. Froze my curtain. Listen to the curtain. All right. And then I let him sit on the edge there. And I close this and let the air rush in. Okay. Then it'll start getting good. Oh, another low battery, so that's twice. I love the snow. I just love the snow. You want to look at it? Oh, here we go. A squirrel going up. Oh, here he is. Look, it's a beautiful day. It's always a beautiful day when it's bitterly, bitterly cold. See, the sun is shining up on the top of the ridge where the deer hang out. Where the deer and the antelopes play. Where seldom is heard a discouraging word. I know it's the wrong color. Let's get the right kind of socks. Hello, Willem. We're on a live video. Oh gosh, so it's the end of that. Okay then. There we go. Ha. Now see, when this is going really good, then you can close it. But you see, it's right now, it's not burning in between those two logs too much. You want to open it just enough to get a lot of roar going. And then you can close it. But you leave the thing out, this thing out. You leave that out for a while. It's lovely outside, isn't it? All right. Go over here and I can show you my favorite place. One of my favorite places. There's all those cool trees there. What a cool little spot. Anyway, it is lovely and warm with your stove on. It is lovely and warm. All right, I think I have to fix my lentil thing I was making. I made it yesterday, and I added some corn. It doesn't taste very good. Okay, now stay still. Don't fall down anymore, okay? Now wait, you can't see what I'm going to do. I think I have to get off of here because I can't do anything while I have to take care of it. I could just do stuff and you could be ignored. What do you think about that? I could pretend like you're my children and just ignore you. Boy, the shadows are very long and blue. Very, very long shadows out there. Do you want to go look? I like my long socks. I just keep knitting right till I get to the top. But if you have to change your socks before you in the morning so that you're not damp from sleeping in them. And you have to change them if you're going to wear them to bed too. You have to wear clean ones at bed. Look, it says I have a Gmail notification. I wonder what it's about. Maybe somebody subscribed. I think I stopped getting those notifications, I think. The best thing, locked up, made about, wait a minute, I missed something. Here's something's there. Yes, I like snow, but it's lovely and warm with the wood stove on. Yes, it is. Locked up, made it back. Nice to see you guys. I like hanging out with you. But I'm feeling anxious. I should do something. Long shadows. Blue, blue, blue. The only reason that you see that it looks so blue is because it's white against it. Shadows are always this color. It's really nice to paint shadows on the snow. No, not go out there and paint the snow with shadows on it. Look at that. Desmond made this whole little trench up there. He made a trench out here too. It's snowed in. It's covered in now, but it went around the trampoline and then it went down the hill. And then it went to the, hey, if we went upstairs and looked out the window, we could see it from upstairs. But that's not my house up there, so I shouldn't. Isn't it beautiful? Yeah. Hi, Nicole. Wow. Nice to see you. Wow. Well, you know, you want me to show you my latest soap making? I made soap. Oh, it's been a year or more now. Maybe it's been 2 or 3 years. I don't know. The time just goes by quickly. But we go in here and I'll show you. Ta-da! This is my craft room. Actually, it's the... Okay, so up here is what's left of the bars of soap that I made. And there's one big thing here, which has the last bit of soap in it. Right there. I took a chunk of it the other day and put it in the bathroom. What in the world does it look like that for? Strange, eh? It smells good. Anyway, I'll put this one in there too, and I'll take these out of here. I need a pair of those long socks. Yes, well, you just start sewing and start knitting and keep going. If you use regular size yarn, it doesn't take that long on a number 4 needle. Do 2 at a time, toe up. So these are pretty good ones. I think this is that brown one is the Snakes and Snails and Puppy Dog Tails soap. And see what else we've got in here. Well, anyway, so this is the last of the soap there. And there's a bit here. I stuck it in a... But I actually bought a bar of soap the other day. It's used up now, so I guess I'll put these here and we'll use these next. Do you remember when Alki Beer gave me that? Long time ago. There. I'm trying to keep it clean in here. See how nice and clean it looks now? Remember when I made this? When we very first started making videos, Mary and I did stuff with my butterflies. I had lots of butterflies from when I had gone for a walk in Ottawa, and the trouble with the soap is that I think this might be kind of strong. I used it the other day in the shower, and I think I got a little bit burned. Just tiny bits. This is how I put up my curtains. See, I hold them up with a piece of something, and I just screw it in. So I have 2 different rods here, which are just pieces of... Actually, this is a leaf stick. The other one is a piece of quarter round or something. Hey, if I turn you around that way, you can see out the window with me looking at it too. I'm gonna have a campfire in there on Wednesday. I wonder how warm it'll be. When I went away to be on the telephone, did you disconnect? Because as soon as I came back, it said you're live. Anyway, so I guess I should get something done. Okay, so we've got the fire. So now, when it starts roaring like that, see how full it is now? Full of fire. Now you can shut it down. Close the door. And you can leave that side open here. And then when it starts to really get hot, then you can close it halfway. And that's what it's all about. You put your right foot in, you put your right foot out. All right, well, I think I'm going to have to go now. I guess you could hang around if you want. But I'm going to do some... It's 10 to 10 a.m. Now, I think I know where you are. And it's in a city, starts with an S. Is that right, Tim? Skirl? I think I remember that. I wondered about, there's islands on the coast of Florida that have, I guess the last, oh look, you can see the smoke from our chimney making shadows as it goes across in front of the sun. that neat? Okay, bye for now. Nice talking to everybody.